Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stephanie with Chubby Girl in the World, and today we're going to be talking about makeup releases. Now, I haven't been posting for a while, so some of these are going to be a little bit older, but I still want to talk about them, and it's my channel, so I can. Sorry. There's going to be a ton of stuff that comes out on Black Friday. I've already purchased, I'll let you know what I actually purchased on Black Friday. I made a couple of purchases yesterday, and so we'll talk about that in like what I bought on Black Friday and why. So the first thing that I want to talk about that I feel like nobody talked about was this collaboration for Halloween 2020. Again, I know old, with Starbucks and what the actual hell Starbucks. These look like blushes or bronzers or like, I can't tell. So it was on Trend Mood, but like they were in Vidi Vici. I think these are actually, they might be eyeshadows, I don't know, but they came in like this really cute packaging and with like the Starbucks logo on it. And I hate them for making me want this. I'm not going to buy it. I'm just not going to buy it. But I hate them for making me want it. Also, can we please talk about my super cute earrings? They are little gummy bear drops. Look, 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 look. Look how cute they are. A friend of mine made these for me last Christmas, and I still wear them. You know who you are, and I am so excited. She made me these ones and then some like unicorn ones, and they're so adorable. I wear them all the freaking time, and yeah, I just wanted her to know that I still wear them and love them and just absolutely adore them. And please, please, please let me set up your Etsy shop so that you can like have a business. I will run your business for you. You're so talented and I love it. Anyway. You know who you are. I'm going to keep bothering you about it until you do it. So anyways, now this is from the Sugar Cookies palette from Bakery. What is the, oh my god, what is the name of that brand? Beauty Bakery, that's what it's called. I mean, it's okay. It's just, like the colors look really pretty. I'm not gonna lie, they do look nice, but like, also, it's kind of confusing because even in this Instagram post, like there's one where the two shades on the top left look more blue leaning, and then in another picture, they look like greens. So are they greens? Are they blues? Are they teals? What are they? What are they? I have all these colors, so it's not really something I'm interested in, but I am interested in trying their formula. I almost bought this. I almost bought this because this is basically the Soft Glam like and Sultry palette mixed into one, but it's from someone called Jamie Genevieve, and it's a UK based brand, and she's an influencer. I've never heard of her before until I think it was Samantha March is where I saw this. Samantha March was talking about this, and it's an all vegan brand, so I'm super excited about that. The highlighters look luxurious. Like everything looks so top shelf. It looks so Tom Ford, Chanel, like luxury. Just like I love it. I love it. I love that vibe. I love the packaging. I love everything about this. But I had to stop myself because I'm like, okay, do you have all of these colors in other palettes? The answer was yes, I did. The second thing was, is owning one of these going to change your makeup experience or make it any better in any way, like in any reasonable way? The answer was no. I still want it. I still might buy it. But it's one of those things where, because it's a UK brand and they don't have retailers in the US, you're going to have to pay for shipping. You're going to have to pay the exchange rate. You're going to have to pay customs. So a $42 eyeshadow palette is going to end up being way more expensive. And so once they have US retailers, I might be in more danger. I might be in more danger, but we'll see. This is Indie Makeup Spotlight from Copacetic Cosmetics. They're coming out with a bundle here. It's a collab bundle by Liz Dagger Beauty, available for $40. I really love that coral reef color and the clementine color. Those and the chlorophyll. Okay, so like all of the oranges and pinks and the like deep dark greens. I don't know if you know, but greens and teals are, they get me. They get me. So I'm not gonna pick this one up just because, again, okay, so the one color I don't have is that chlorophyll color, but can I achieve that? Hold on. Could I achieve that same look with the Just My Luck palette with the Mobama color here? Probably. I mean, on the eyes, it's probably, this is probably a little bit lighter. This other one seems a little bit more smoked out, but is there going to be that much of a difference? No. And like, I already own this and it's really pretty. So probably not going to pick that up. I do think it's really, really pretty though. These I am very interested in. It might be my first lethal. I'm trying so hard to not put in a giant international order, but it's making it really hard because Lethal Cosmetics came out with these face palette collections, and the only one that wouldn't suit me would be the very, very deep one, which is the Equilux one. So that one I just wouldn't be able to use anything except for like the lightest color. But everything else I feel like I would be able to use, and I want it. I want them so bad. I really want to try Lethal Cosmetics. I haven't gotten a chance to try any of their eyeshadows yet. I would love to try their eyeshadows, their face palette, their lip products. I would love to try those. Them and Kaleidos Cosmetics. I would love to try. However, do I need any of this? No. I'm over here drowning in makeup, and we're going to talk about what that's going to mean for 2021. We'll talk about it at the end of this, but and you'll see like why I'm kind of trying to talk myself out of all of these. But very, very pretty, especially that Boreal palette with that kind of lavendery highlighter shade. I am a sucker for an icy like highlight or a violet one. Becca's Amethyst Prismatic Amethyst is my favorite highlighter of all time. It looks so good on someone who has maybe like I don't know. I think it looks really good on people with dark skin. I think it looks good on people with light skin. I think it looks good on people with like, most of the time I'm a medium tone skin person, but during the winter I'm a little bit lighter. So I just think it's really, really flattering and I like it. This is an all shimmer palette by Adept Cosmetics. Please start naming things better. What the heck is the ACI 3? Like nobody wants to be like, ACI 3. Like, no, I want, like, you could have named ACI 3 Headwaters Forest. You could have named it what is the name I'm thinking of? The name of the word of, you could have named it Petrichor. Actually, I think that's a Lethal Cosmetics shade, but Petrichor is the word for the smell after it rains. I live in the Pacific Northwest, so I love that smell it all the time. I just don't think I would ever reach for an all shimmer palette like this, so it would be a good companion palette if you're a working makeup artist, and I could see how this might appeal to you. There are a couple of really pretty, like ACI 6 looks like a really pretty duochrome. And also, why would you call the palette the Plain Jane palette? Like, why would you call it that? Like, that's kind of mean. I don't like that. I don't like it. Okay. This is from Hot Fire. Well, it's on Hot Fire Makeup's page, and it is the Beetlejuice recently deceased palettes from Mba Cosmetics. I feel like Melt most of the time kind of knocks it out of the park when it comes to collabs and like the intellectual properties. I feel like this wasn't it for me, you know. The purple palette, like I kind of get, but I feel like the shades are just way too similar. And if you're gonna have an 8-pan palette, I saw Laura May Beauty had a video about this where she's like, if you're only going to do like a 6 or an 8-pan palette or even a 12-pan palette, like that real estate is so precious. Like, don't dupe yourself in like the same palette. Like, she was talking about different palettes, and I completely agree. And I feel like the two purples are just, they're too similar. Like, they're not going to look that different on the eyes. And I feel like there could have just been, I don't like the color story. I just don't. So that's a nay for me. Also, same thing with like the red and the gray one. It just isn't, it's just not it. This one, you might ask, would I buy this? And the answer is, I already did. And I absolutely love this freaking thing. That's what it looks like in real life. You can see I've dipped into this green shade and there's two kind of what do they call them, super shock shades. There's like the Force and Precious Cargo, and that is just so pretty right there. And I feel like you can make neutral looks with this. You can make a glittery look. You can do all kinds of stuff. I actually have a 3 looks 1 palette. If I know it's kind of like old news, but if you guys want to see it, please let me know and I'll post it. I'll make a video about it. But I think that it is just absolutely brilliant. That paired, the Mandalorian Child palette paired with this palette, I think these, if you have these two palettes, these are fantastic companion palettes. So you'll see that this one has a little bit more depth, and you have a little bit more of the like lime green options here. So like this is like it looks like a gold green here, but in person it's really more of like a lime green. And then that paired with, ooh, like if you, oh, there's like tons of lotion on my hand, so it normally doesn't skip like that. It's just I have a bunch of lotion on my hand, so it's going all crazy. But yeah, so paired with that, like smoked out, and like this in the inner corner, this smoking it out with a green look, or doing like a neutrally look with this is called the Force. So I'm going to put it, it's really more of a topper shade, so I'm going to put it on top of here. So this like gold, this beautiful gold reflect is just, it is stunning. Look how pretty that is. So yeah, it's really pretty. So am I going to buy it? I already did. I have no regrets and no shame. Absolutely none. None whatsoever. It is on sale, I think, again, at ColourPop. It might be sold out, but it's $16. Honestly, I love it. I absolutely love it. This is the Naughty palette from Huda. I don't understand this shade called Slippery. So apparently you're supposed to like use your finger, and like it, as you use your finger, it busts up the like pigment ampules. I was gonna say pustules, but like let's not do that. It just doesn't, it doesn't look appealing. It doesn't look, the effect might be really cool, but none of her stuff is cruelty free or vegan, so I mean, I'm not gonna purchase it. And also, why does she have to have pink in every single palette? Every single palette is like a pinky mauve. Like, we get it, you like pinky mauves, okay, but does everything have to be that? Like, I am really, really sad that the palette I wanted from this collection, it was the ColourPop Dark Blooms collection, that the like cool tone sort of purpley grayish palette was not vegan. The one the one that I don't want, the Grandeur palette, is the one that's like more like I think it's more like neutral toned. I'm not sure if it's the one with the pink or not, but one of these is actually vegan, and it's the one that I don't want. I don't know why. Like, if ColourPop makes great vegan palettes, the Mandalorian Child palette is vegan. Also, it has the cutest packaging, like this little raised thing, and there's like this little thing is raised, and it has the shades on the back, and the shades are printed inside. But what I really don't understand is if you're able to formulate a really good vegan formula. So like the Mandalorian palette is a great vegan formula. It is just amazingly, like, it's done so well. So if you can formulate those in a vegan formula, why not just make the entire company, like, why not just go completely cruelty-free and vegan? Because you're not excluding anyone from that. I mean, there might be like a couple of people who have like allergic reactions to pigments or whatever, but like that's still going to be the case even in a non-vegan formula if you use those pigments. So I don't understand why they just don't move over to like an all vegan formula for all of their shadows and all of their, all of them. It would be so much more inclusive, and I would just buy everything. I probably do buy all of the vegan releases from ColourPop. I think I might have. Here's one. This is, what did I get in my coffee? Oh, nothing. That's weird. So I got the e.l.f. This is their new Flawless Brightening Concealer. I actually picked this up. I did pick this up. It's on its way to me now. I've never tried any of those like clicky pens with concealers. Honestly, did I need a new concealer? No. Do I want to try this one? Yes. So I didn't, I don't remember what color I got it in, but I remember I got it in a shade that I thought might be a little too light for me. Just because it's supposed to be like brightening. So I do have like under eye weirdness sometimes. So I'm really, really excited to take a look at this and see, like, is it going to be best for under eye? Is it going to be best for like spot concealing? Is it going to be like, what's going to be my, use for it? So I'm really, really excited, and we'll be able to report back on that. I am so torn about this one. This is the Wahala palette from Juvia's Place. I love Juvia's Place's formula. However, I am not a fan of pressed glitters in a palette. And this has like I think this has like 3 of them. I hate pressed glitters in a palette. I don't like it. I feel like if you want glitter, put it in a quad, put it somewhere else. And like, if I want the glitter, I'll buy the glitter. I don't want it in a palette because, one, it's going to get eyeshadow in the glitter, and it's going to get glitter in the eyeshadow. And I don't want that. And I don't necessarily want pressed glitter. I don't want it. Please stop putting pressed glitters in palettes, brands. Please stop. I don't know. Part of me still wants this though. It's a really big palette too. So, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, I kind of have all those colors, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but you don't have them in Juvia's Place's formula. Okay, this is a thing that I for sure know I'm not picking up. The Natasha Denona Trio Chrome palette. Okay. This should have been a trio. Instead of the $129 palette, or like the very first comment I see on Instagram is totally what I was thinking, is like, $129 for what? There's only 3 tri shades. And yeah, so the the multi-chromes and like trio chromes, like those are expensive to formulate. I totally get it. But at the same time, like the other shades aren't that expensive to formulate. So why is this a $129 palette? You're insane if you think that this is worth that. No, what this should have been is this should have been either one of her 5-pan palettes that are like $50 or just like an actual trio of trio chromes, and she could have released it for, you know, $48 or $20, whatever she wanted to, and saved on the production costs and saved on all of this. But I mean, the only shades that I really need or want from this palette that I don't have a million times over in other palettes are those trio chromes. Like those are the things that I want, right? Also, this one is, I was so tempted by this again because it's a vegan palette and it looks so similar to the Milani sultry, the Milani like sultry, what is it called? Sultry something, I don't know, from Milani, and Sultry Obsessions or something, and it looks so much like the Anastasia sultry palette. It's just missing the like coral color, but it's kind of like that cool tone sort of nude color, and I don't have a lot of cool tones in my collection, but it has enough warm tones that I'm like, eh. And then I saw the price and it was like $48, and I was like, or $42, something like that. I'm just like, no. However, they did do exactly what I was talking about before, where they put the glitters in a separate palette, so if you wanted the glitters you could get them. So I do appreciate that thought process. I just wish that this was a tiny bit more cool toned than it currently is, because I have all of those because I have all of those shades. I have all of those shades, and I just don't need them again. So sorry, Nabla. Ooh, here's the thing I'm really excited about for 2021 is Juvia's skincare. Yes, please. I cannot wait to see reviews about this and see what they're coming out with, how it performs, and I can't wait. Hopefully we'll get reviews from Angelica Nyquist and, like, you know, other people whose reviews I really trust. Let's skip that. Here is one from Winky Lux. It's the cream blushes with like the rose sculpture. I don't know. I feel like this is pretty. So if you wanted it to just like sit on your vanity, then okay. But if you're going to use this, it's not going to look like that after like 4 uses. And it's just going to be a cream blush in a pot. And that's not really the way I like using cream blushes. I would much prefer them in a stick like this. This is from Makeup to You, and this is like a really pretty like orangey blush. This is a really pretty orangey blush, and I feel like it's just so much easier to kind of like blend out when you can just stick, and like it's blendable too, or it's buildable, sorry, obviously blendable, but it's just so much nicer to create that like flush there and to be a little bit more controlled instead of like you're gonna swirl into that weird thing and it's gonna like get really sticky and messy and like, I don't know. I just feel like with I guess you could take like a stippling brush and you could use that too. That's fine. But this is from Makeup to You and it's called Spring Dust, and it's a really pretty orangey color if you were into that kind of thing. Anyway, also way less expensive. Okay. This is another thing that I already purchased. I'm waiting for mine to come. Shroud Cosmetics, which used to be, what was their name? The people who did the Creepy Cute palette. I can't remember what their old name used to be, but I got the Butte Bean by Shroud Cosmetics. It's freaking Bats palette. and I cannot tell you how excited I am. I purchased it in the second round of the pre-order, and because she's a one-woman shop, it's just taking a really long time. If you are someone that's waiting for yours, please be patient and understand you're supporting a really small business, and she's doing the very best that you can. She has like someone doing customer service now, but it's really, really hard. And as another small business owner, I know how hard it can be to get back to people in time. You know, you're trying your best, but sometimes when you don't have the help that you need and you're kind of experiencing those growing pains. So understand that she's this really small one-woman shop that got this amazing response like basically overnight, and so those growing pains are going to happen, and just be patient. It's going to be worth it. Like, just based on the swatches and the looks that I've seen Beauty do on her channel, I cannot wait for this to come. I'm so excited about the shade Handbook and the shade Dairy, the like kind of blackened purple. Like, oh, I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited. I can't wait for it to get here. This one is an Mba Cosmetics Empowered collection. It's $32. It's a cute it's a cute like green, kind of greenish leaning neutral palette. It's not for me, but I could see how the appeal of that. This, however, is Mba Cosmetics. Oh, I've never heard of them. And these caught my eye because these are some duochromes, one in like Luminosity, this other one called Haunted. Ooh. And the kind of orangey gold one doesn't really catch my fancy, but Haunted and Luminosity are kind of calling my name there. Also, this looks amazing. The blushes from Baby Bat Beauty, the Deja Vu, Eden, Fable, and Radiant Rose look gorgeous. And Fairy Tale highlighter, yes please, I would like that. That's going on my wish list. All of these, pretty much all of these are going on my wish list. Also, I saw these on Indie Makeup Spotlight that is run by Amy Loves Beauty. These are the Kristen Lee Cosmetics Glimmer Gels, and they're $12.99 to $16.99 each. They look yummy. They look gorgeous. I need to stop myself from buying all the things. If I had unlimited funds, I would buy all of these, except for the one Anticipation. Like, I don't care about that one. But all the other ones, especially Devious, Hypnotic, and Exposed. Oof. Yeah. This is from Kaleidos. This was the highlighter that they were talking about. It's kind of like an orangey, shifting, kind of green, yellowish highlighter. It looks so pretty on somebody with dark skin, somebody with light skin. I feel personally attacked. I'm just saying, I feel personally attacked. Those were all of the releases that I wanted to talk about. I didn't really want to talk about holiday like sets and releases and stuff like that, because there's so many other creators that do that. And also most of the time holiday like makeup that comes out for holiday that's part of like the Too Faced collections or whatever, like meh, I don't care about that. And most of the time they're not meant for people like us who are obsessed with makeup. They're meant for like your niece who like kind of likes makeup or just likes pretty things or likes pretty packaging but like isn't really that into makeup. Most of the time you're going to be disappointed by like mass market holiday releases. They're not going to be the thing that you really wanted. I did promise you that we were going to talk about what was in store for me for 2020 and why I was kind of leaning away from purchasing more things. So I always told myself that I would never let my makeup collection get to the point where it was just overflowing and where I would actually need furniture for my makeup. I have surpassed that point. And I actually need to purchase actual makeup storage. Like, I need not only on my desk, but like it's overflowing. Like, my desk is crazy cluttered right now, which is why I like never show it, because it's bad. It's ridiculous. But we are going to grab it by the reins and we're going to start doing project pans, and we're going to go on a makeup no buy for 2021. It's going to be the third time that I've tried. I have failed both other times to do this. And I think it's just because I didn't have a plan for when like the bad days happened. So now I'm going to like working on enlisting help with some friends and my husband, and we're gonna come up with some solutions and things and figure all of that out. And so there'll be a separate video about like why I'm doing a no buy, what it actually means, how we're gonna do it, and just like there'll be like a document with all my rules and stuff, and if you want to follow along, you definitely can, with like updates every month. And that way but we're still going to talk about makeup, we're still going to talk about releases, or tell you what I think about them, even though I may not be purchasing, or well, I won't be purchasing them in 2021. So we definitely can still talk about makeup, still talk about things that we love and that bring us joy, and hopefully you'll find some things in your collection to really love on and just, just vibe with. So yeah, I can't wait to have that and talk to you guys about that in 2021. So, all right. Thank you, lovely, so much for sticking with me to the end. If you did, drop a unicorn emoji down in the comments and give yourself a big round of applause for sticking with my rambling mayhem. I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.